Hi guys, I want to welcome you to Jesus Crew Talk Show, and we are in episode number 9. We always have this talk show every Wednesday at 8 o'clock, and we are saying come and have a morning glory with Jesus. Come and have an encounter of how you can be chain free. We are under a theme which says free at last and free forever. Now, in this episode number 9, I want to share with you about the art of being free. The art of being free. Now, the art is you being free from all the world's heaviness. Have you ever felt heaviness on yourself and you're no longer free? No longer free to make decisions for your own? No longer free to do things for yourself? No longer free to be yourself, no longer free to exercise your own rights, your own godly rights. Now, the art of being free is the art of letting go. The moment you let go of many things in life, that's when you become free. Free, being chain free, free from the things of this world, free from the heaviness of this world. The moment you let go, that's when you start exercising the art of being free, because you are a child of God and you deserve all the freedom that Jesus promised. You deserve all the freedom that Jesus talked about. You deserve all the freedom that Jesus promised every Christian who is a born-again Christian. Now, if you turn your Bibles with me to 1 Timothy chapter 6 verse 11, it says, "But you, O men of God, flee these things and pursue righteousness, godliness, faith, love, patience, and gentleness." What is being described here is some of the characteristics that you should possess when you are free. Some of the things that should be evident in your life when we say now you are experiencing the art of being free. What is the art of being free? It's holding the characteristics of freedom, holding the characteristics of a person who has broken free from the chains that were holding you. Now, when you are declared free, you must start possessing the characteristics that God was telling Timothy. Timothy was being told as a young pastor that all men of God flee from all these things and pursue. Now, we want to focus on what God told him about pursuing. Now, Paul was telling Timothy, Paul, a servant of God, was telling Timothy that Timothy, pursue after these things. Pursue after these things. Now, number 1, he said, pursue after righteousness. The first characteristics that we should see from a person who has been set free from chains is that that person runs after righteousness, pursues righteousness. What is righteousness? Righteousness is the quality of being morally right and justifiable. Morally right, it speaks of your moral. Your moral always wants to do the right thing. Wherever we see you, you don't behave in a certain way. You behave morally right. You behave in a right way. You become justifiable. Whenever people want to point you with mistakes, those mistakes become void because you are morally right. You are justifiable. And the first characteristic we should see on you being free, or the first art we should see on you being free, is righteousness. Pursue righteousness. Run after righteousness. As a Christian, you should pursue the righteousness of God. You should pursue it because it is your ticket to being free. It is your ticket to being free. Now, number 2, he said, godliness. What is godliness? It is the quality of being devoutly religious. Devotion, devoutly religious, devoutly a Christian, a devout Christian. There was a man called Cornelius. The man was devoted. Now, pursue after godliness, pursue after devotions. The moment you become free, we must see devotions developing in your life. Devotions, prayer devotions, godly devotions, pure devotions. Now, those are some of the characteristics that we should see and that should be evident in your life. Godliness, that's the second characteristic. Now, the third characteristics that Paul told Timothy was faith. Pursue after faith. Christianity without faith is void. Christianity without faith becomes nothing. Now, what is faith? We don't even have to find a dictionary definition of faith. In Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1, it says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. What is faith? Faith is the substance of the things that we are hoping for, the future. It is the evidence of the things that we cannot see. Now, as a Christian and as a person who is becoming chain free, you must follow after faith. Pursue faith. Pursue the faith that is the faith of God. Pursue faith, because faith is believing what has not been seen. Pursue after faith. Number 4, he says, pursue love. Now, love has been described in a good way in the Bible. It has been expanded because Christianity without love becomes void. What is love? It is deep affection for God. Deep affection for God. When you are chain free or when you are free from chains, you must develop or have that deep affection for God, deep affection for the things of God, deep affection for everything that includes God. Now, in 1 Corinthians chapter 13 verse 4, love has been expanded in a very simple way, in a very understandable way. Go and open that verse and you will learn more about love. Now, number 5, he said, pursue patience. Patience is the capacity to accept or to tolerate delay, problems, suffering without being annoyed. Most of the Christians today, they are no longer patient. Now, to show that you are chain free or you are no longer bound by the chains, it is that you produce a fruit of patience. Even in suffering, you are patient enough to wait for God. Even in problems, you are patient enough to wait for God. Patient enough when things don't seem like they are working. Patient enough when it seems like it is time for you to give up. But he says, pursue after patience. When you are free from chains, patience should be one of the fruit, one of the characteristics that you possess. Now, patience teaches you to be calm. Patience teaches you to relax, because if you rush, you will crash. The moment you want to rush everything, you will crash. Now, number 6, he says, pursue after gentleness. Gentleness, what is gentleness? It is the quality of being kind, the quality of being tender, the quality of having softness in action. One of the characteristics we should see when you are now chain free is that you are kind, is that you are soft in action, is that you do not react to everything, that's when we say you are now chain free. The art of being free is having characteristics. And what are those? Righteousness, godliness, faith, love, patience, and gentleness. Those are the things you should possess in order for you to be declared free. Now, join me next Wednesday at 8, and we will be continuing with the 2021 edition, Free at Last and Free Forever. Thank you.